Okay, got it straight. Okay, guys, so I hope you can hear me because the wind is just terrible and I couldn't find a place. I'm literally outside the courthouse. We have finished the morning session of the probate case. It consisted mostly of McCracken presenting the state of his exhibits, going through them in a lot of detail, almost painful detail. He showed 4 or 5 videos that he felt were related to it, but it went all morning. It went from 9 o'clock to just a few minutes ago, where the judge recessed for lunch. There is another hearing that, so we had expected that they would continue tomorrow, and we discovered today that there's another case that's going to take place from 1 to 1:15, and then we're going to reconvene. And towards the end, the last 15 or 20 minutes of this morning was Carl Summer, Attorney Summer, cross-examining McCracken and getting him to answer very specific questions. I have to tell you that there are several people here. Grant was here. Grant Thompson was here earlier, but he and his girlfriend, he and his girlfriend left about 10:30 or so. When I drove up at around 7:30, I noticed Cynthia's pickup truck with her Nevada TTOTC plate, and Christy was with her. So they're both here taking copious notes. And you're going to stick it out. So I was expecting that this is going to be a very short morning session, and I was planning to go fishing this afternoon. I even brought my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches so that I could go fishing. That's not going to happen. We're going to continue with the case this afternoon. So I can't see your chat. Let me see if there's a way to do that. Yeah, I can't. Welcome to live chat, okay? Let's see. I don't know. So I'm doing this from my cell phone, so I apologize. I hadn't actually planned to do this. There's JK Pioneer saying howdy. I hadn't actually planned to do an update, but I thought, well, I'm here. I usually have my camera equipment with me anyway, so I thought, what the heck? Let me try and do a quick update using cell phone service. So. It seems to be working. So hi to all of you. For those of you that just came into the room, let me update you. We have been in the hearing from 9 through just a few minutes ago. Most of this morning has been Mr. McCracken going through what he calls evidence, but mostly it's a list of exhibits, and a lot of them were objected to by Mr. Summer, and Mr. Summer would object based on Mr. McCracken being speculation, and then the judge would sustain it. And I think the judge sustained about 95% of the objections. I think there was one that he didn't. So the plan, I thought, was do a hearing this morning, and then there was supposed to be a completely different hearing using the court this afternoon, and then we'd meet up again tomorrow, because it's definitely not going to finish today. So here's what's happened. The judge said there was another hearing that was going from 1 to 1:45 this afternoon, and that we were going to reconvene and continue this case then. So goodbye fishing trip. Hello peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. So I guess I'm going to have to wait till another day to go up on the Rio Grande. I do want to mention the Fenn family is here for the most part. Shiloh is here. He's dressed in a very nice suit. I got a picture of him and Cynthia and Christy showing off his belt buckle, and I posted that to my Instagram page and my Facebook page, so you guys can take a look at that. Christy, and when I drove up, I got here about 7:30 to make sure I could get parking, and there was a truck in front of me with Nevada plates, and the plate was TTOTC. So I knew it was Cynthia, and both Cynthia and Christy popped out when they saw me. So they're here. Grant Thompson and his girlfriend were here, but they left around 10:30. I think they had an appointment at a hot springs place or something. There is one member of the press, the guy that wrote the article on Fenn's treasure back 7 years ago. He's here, Peter something, I can't remember his last name. But everybody was very kind. Shiloh spent a lot of time talking with us. We greeted each other, and he teased me. He said we were going to bring you on as a witness, but we didn't know if you'd support us. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of, they're frustrated with having to go through a lot of this effort, and you can't blame them. It's going to continue this afternoon. The last few minutes of this morning was Carl Sommer cross-examining McCracken, and he's just beating him up. I don't know how else to describe it. McCracken has so many conclusions and assumptions and speculations that it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I imagine it'll go through this afternoon. Hopefully they'll be able to resolve it this afternoon and go to the final probate tomorrow. If that happens, I probably won't come back tomorrow if McCracken's claim is dismissed today. And he has a hard time describing what his claim is. My question is, considering the number of other motions that this judge denied that were from searchers with similar claims, I just don't get why he did not deny this motion. It just seems like it would be a rational thing to do. But other than that, it's a lot of fun. It's interesting. It's good seeing some old friends. What surprised me is McCracken was starting to describe his solution, and I didn't know it at the time, but his warm waters halt, that's how he ended. His solution was along the Chama River, which is one of the first places that I was searching, but his warm waters halt were the New Mexico fishing regulation, and his Too Far to Walk was from the preface of Too Far to Walk, and his warm waters halted at below the El Vado Dam. So, the guy stole my really bad first slow motion. So, but it was kind of fun watching. And like I said, several times the video at Moby Dickens was mentioned, and so it was nice kind of being like, hey, I was there, I did that. So, I really enjoyed it. I haven't talked to Shelley today, but I imagine we'll talk tonight. If Christy is taking, Cynthia, and I are all taking copious notes. So we were thinking about doing a show later this evening, and kind of just getting on all at the same time and getting our opinions out so everybody can watch. So we'll see. I don't know if that'll happen or not, but yeah, that's what he did. He was basically stealing a really bad solution. So he was doomed. He does claim that Fenn kept moving the chest on him, and he'd go back. There was one point where he described bringing one of those motorized rock breaking hammers, and he's up there on the Chama trying to break through 3 feet of boulder in order to get to the treasure chest, and keep asking, how did Forrest lift the boulder? So anyway, the others went off for lunch. Like I said, I had brought some sandwiches with me because I was going to go fishing, and so I'm still here in front of my car, and I'm protecting my parking space to boot. So I'm going to finish that. We'll go back in around 1:45, and then I'll give you an update when we're done this afternoon. Okay. So you guys enjoy yourselves. Spread the word. It's interesting. I don't see how we're making progress. I wish I could, get into the judge's mind and try to figure out where he's going with all this, because I still don't quite get it. So, all right. I will talk to you guys this afternoon. All right. Love you. So no witnesses. I should mention that. None of the witnesses, or the ones that they claimed were going to be here, showed up. The two ladies that McCracken claims Fenn was stalking, they didn't show up, and he didn't have a subpoena out. And it was funny because early in the morning, Summers asked the judge if it was okay because he was expecting a witness, and he said he won't be able to be here on time, so there may be a little noise. Is that okay? And so I thought to myself, whoa, maybe Jack is gonna make it, you know. And it turned out to be he looks like a retired police officer that apparently arrested McCracken in Sandoval County, or held him in Sandoval County, or cited him in Sandoval County. So it wasn't Jack. So that was it. No other excitement, just lots of McCracken talking about his 85 exhibits, half of which were objected to and most of those sustained. And now it's Summer cross-examining McCracken. McCracken just doesn't have much of a case, so we'll see how it goes. McCracken is very small. I didn't realize it. He's kind of he's shorter than me, which is saying a lot because I'm pretty short. All right, you guys. I may see you later. I will try to get something up so that you guys are updated. And I've got, I don't know, 20 pages worth of notes in my book, and I'm sure Cynthia and Christy have as many in theirs. Okay. So I'll see you guys later. I don't know how to turn this on my phone. All right. And you know, I love you. Have a great afternoon.